G'day, I'm Mark Grogan from O'Neill Real Estate. We're at 1667 York Williams Road in Dale. I'm here with Vern. He's the owner of the property. He's going to show us everything he knows. He's been here for 12 years, so he knows a lot of stuff. We're going to find out as we go. Come and have a look around. So Vern, we'll check out the workshop, we'll check out the shed and the house after, but for now, let's go and have a look at these paddocks. Which way should we go?
Okay, we'll check out these front two paddocks at the moment. These are just our little pasture paddocks, which are heavily wooded for stock that needs a bit of shelter.
Beautiful.
You chuck a right round here and go through those double gates round to the right.
So Vern, you said it's a mixture of soils. Tell me what you know about the soils around the property.
Okay, so in the lower areas, especially the cropping paddock, it's towards the low side of the property. It's very sandy, so you've got to build that up with nitrogen and good mix of I put chook manure on actually.
Okay.
And that helps. Plus your fertiliser when you're cropping, your proper fertilisers with the mix in. These are sort of paddocks up here, and when we get up into the higher part of the block, more gravelly, very hard country, nice for cropping. And down here it's sort of a mixture of loam and sand. It's not pure sand, but it's quite got a bit of body in it. Beautiful. So this hasn't been actually cropped as such, but they've been scratched in with pasture seed. Okay. And basically that's all that these two need, with a bit of fertiliser. Okay, if we just head down here, you get the idea of what this paddock's like, and if we cut across the middle, there's no need to go right around to the concrete trough, and that's all gravity fed from the back of the shed. So anywhere you like here, you won't stake your tyres, just got the flat bits. And we'll work our way over to that concrete tank, which provides water to both of these paddocks, so you can lock one off, put them in the other side, and they've still got access to the same trough. Okay, this is the trough in this paddock that provides water to both these paddocks. Cattle troughs. These are set up for cattle or horses. A little bit difficult for sheep, unless they're bigger sheep. You can adjust the level on this by adjusting the valve on the pressure there inside that box, and it'll bring the level right up to here. So if you've got sheep, yes, they can still get a drink, but they're mainly set up for cattle. Excellent. And horses. And these are gravity fed from behind the shed? All gravity fed. Okay, we'll see that tank in a minute when we get up to the back of the shed. And wash them out every now and again. So presumably this pipe sticking up here is our second bore? Yeah, that's the second one, yep. That's got really good water in it, but I'm not sure how long that would last. I would dare say that would run your house and a small garden for the year. Not 100% sure if it'd last till the end of summer. Okay. According to other bores in the area that aren't on our beautiful first bore paleo system. That is the ultimate water supply that we'll go and have a look at as we head across that side of the property. The old boys in the area used to say you're on the ancient river there, Vern, and but now we know it's the paleo channel. Okay. So you've preserved all this bushland over on the side? That's where the roos are a lot of the time? Yeah, that's all the natural bush. We've left it as is. We've got a cattle trough in the middle there, or not quite in the middle, just for the roos, and the birds. The bird life in there is amazing, the little finches. I noticed before when I was driving around, there's some absolute beauties. Yeah, and all these bushes here on our right are in the centrepiece of the bus turn area. Now, the kids used to come down here on their quad bikes. Oh, I've got to check out this bus turn area. I'm going to turn like a bus, all right? Yeah, the kids used to come down here and park their quads up down here, and the bus comes in and picks them up and goes to Beverley's Primary School. Fantastic. What a way to start your day as a kid, hey? And the only reason that they wanted a bus turn, because in winter, when it's foggy, it's too dangerous to reverse out onto the York Williams Road. Wow. That's which makes sense. Brilliant setup. Yeah. Every kid starts the day on the quad bike and goes to primary school. All this garden from the gate we've put in, all these trees along here we've put in. And this is all within 12 years that you've 12 years. Here. My goodness, that's amazing. They've grown so beautifully. Yeah. So another one of your troughs, Vern, and you've obviously got the water sitting a little higher here because you've got sheep out here? That's correct. Okay. But also in this paddock, they've got two huge big dams that they can drink out of, but that's a bonus for it. Beautiful. As again, set up for cattle and horses. Excellent. Now, while we're talking about water, this is the bore. Okay, set up for cattle and horses. I put this fence system around here so the horses and cattle don't rub their heads and noses on the solar panels. So that seems to work, keeps them at bay. A good move. quite easily accessible. You can just lift that gate off. There's only two ways you can go with this. It's either to that top dam, which I can top up any time of the year I wish, keep that dam with water in it, change the valves, and it will go that side of the farm to the 320,000 litre tanks, right round to the two. That'll do that top dam and the middle dam, and there's a 10,000 litre tank behind those trees.
Okay, we'll check that out as we go. So, Vern, this is the cropping paddock you were talking about. How many acres have we got here?
Okay, combined with the one on the left coming in,
yes,
55 acres all up.
All right, so it's roughly half the property.
Yes, and and basically I've only ever put in hay. I've had lupins in here once, which was a fantastic crop, and the chap that put that in, he leased it out, and he put a lot of chook manure on, lupins put a lot of nitrogen in the ground anyway. I've had a canola crop on here from where I used to work. He leased it out one year and he had a beautiful canola crop, and since then it's just been hay.
So dam 1 of 3.
Dam 1 of 3. This dam has no problem filling up during winter.
Okay.
And I can keep it topped up by the bore down there, and that's where the pipe comes in, and I can feed into this dam. Fantastic. Just to keep it topped up if you've got stock.
Yeah, all right. So you've got that looked after all the time with the bore, and obviously through winter, it's full anyway.
And we've got yabbies in this one.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell everybody.
I won't tell anybody. Hang on a second, we just said that on a video. So you mentioned the native Christmas trees, but you've got some, Christmas trees
trees
going here. Yeah, these pine trees are beautiful.
I tried to fill all this up with pine trees, and I let the cows in here. The first time I let the cows in here, they destroyed most of them. But these ones have survived, which I think they are quite pretty.
They are.
A few York gums over to the right-hand side there that we just drove past. We've planted those, and that's all that we've planted in this paddock.
All right, so we've got another tank up here and another dam.
Yep, that's a 10,000 litre tank here, which is pumped around from the other side of the farm. This is the last stop on this side of the farm.
Okay, so we'll go this way and have a look at the dam.
You could drive up there, we'll have a squizzy at this dam. This is always a beautiful big dam as well.
So dam 2 of 3.
Yep.
Tell me about this one.
This one is still pumped from the bore down on York Williams Road, all the way around. This is the last port of call for the pumping into the dams.
Okay.
I can fill up the reservoir there. That fills up. When it gets to the right level, it'll run in here. All the runoff from the paddock in winter goes into that reservoir, so you're not running rubbish into your dam. Goes through those pipes. The last valve is in just on the side of that reservoir there. If I close that, it'll go to the 10,000 litre tank, which feeds a concrete trough in the paddock at the back of it. So Excellent. That's your last trough, gravity fed from the top.
And this also doubles as your swimming pool?
And it's a good swimming pool. We've had canoe races and all sorts on here. Bale of hay, we were floating around on that until it went sideways. That's barley, actually, barley straw. That's just to try and keep it clean.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's silver perch in here. Not that I can catch them.
That's a mission for the next people. They will tell them to let you know when they've got it.
Right.
Yeah. Hard to catch, eh?
Yep. I'm a fisherman with a net.
Okay. So this is all barley out here.
This is barley. They rotate the crops every year.
I don't know if I would ever get bored of looking at that.
No, well you don't, and we're going to miss this place. Really miss it, and even looking at your own crop. It's going to be hard to leave, but we're done.
Fair enough. And you're staying in town, right? Your plan is to stay around the area?
We want a house in Beverley. Yeah, sooner or later we will find a house that we like, and we don't want to leave the area because we like the area, and it's really, there's a lot of lovely people out here.
I've met a lot of really awesome people at the times that I've been working out here. It's a special part of the world.
Even in the Dale, they couldn't be more helpful.
So we're back on the 55 acres.
Yeah.
How many bales of hay would you get out of this in a year?
Okay, you can always bank on around 300 bales. The best I've had is 320.
Okay.
So this last year, was sort of a late start season, and then we had the rains, and so sort of struggled a bit in the beginning. We got 300 bales.
Wonderful. Now we've got a lot of sheep over here. Let's have a look at these. So you got a lot of sheep out here, Vern, and these aren't yours though, is that correct?
No, that's right. There's 160 merino lambs on here. They're adjusted from my neighbour, loaning them to me to keep the weeds down. So normally I would just have my cows running around here, and a few horses that we've had.
Okay.
We've always had horses. The kids are out of horses. I've had to put my old horse down, so no more horses.
Fair enough.
And that's our time.
And with the cows that you had here as well, how many cows would you have on this property when you were butchering?
Well, when we got them down into numbers, we'd probably have about 8 to 10 at the most.
Okay.
Yeah, we started off higher and then dwindled them down to just a few killers.
But 160 sheep on here, they're all going great.
Oh yeah, they're going really good.
And if whoever buys this isn't a farmer and they don't have that background or whatever, these sorts of arrangements could continue on with the neighbours.
If you still want to crop, you can share farm with a whole variety of different people out here, contractors, farmers. Yes, it's going to cost you, but then you can sell your hay or make an arrangement for them to take it and look after your paddocks. Beautiful. And do your fire breaks. But there's a whole lot you can do on here. Carbon credits planted in trees, and you'll get some income. You'd have to look into that properly.
Sure.
A lot of hobby farmers are going that way these days, it seems, but yeah, there's a lot you can do. With the water supply, it's endless.
Myriad options when you've got this kind of space out here.
Absolutely.
And that kind of water.
Yep.
So this is dam number 3 of 3, and this one is spectacular. What a spot. You've got this whole entertaining area up here.
Number 3 dam, basically known as, we've turned it into a pond, so we call it the pond.
You call it the pond, and look at these koi. My goodness, look at the size of them.
Koi and silver perch we've got in here, and we pump into this one also. So we keep this one at, basically it wouldn't get any lower than this. With rain, it could get a bit high,
sure,
but that's never got too high. And we've introduced a lot of these reeds around the outside and the ones in the middle, which is good shelter for them when the birds of prey like to attack them.
Want to be a decent sized bird to take a fish that big.
As you can probably see, the black ones that come in, I'll quickly throw some food in there. They're silver perch. The rest you can see are koi.
Well, Vern, I think we saved the best dam till last with that one. That is spectacular. I was kind of trying to drag the conversation on as long as I could till we might hang around till sunset, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we're going to check out the shed now.
Yes.
And tell us, you've had this as veggie garden over here.
This is veggie garden. I've still got two lines there of potatoes, red potatoes in there, but normally I'd have that in watermelons, rock melons and pumpkins during summer. It's more of a summer veggie garden,
but pretty productive.
But as I'm leaving, I've got just those two, corn and tomatoes at the moment.
Yep.
That's it. But I keep it rotary hoed. Plenty of sheep manure in that. It's been built up over the years. The soil is beautiful.
Awesome. Ready for the next people.
Yep.
So the workshop's been pretty much cleared out. Last time I saw it, lots of stuff.
The workshop is no more.
It's like
the
you're on the move.
cave has gone. Still got the cool room, which is staying.
We're going to have a look at that in a second. We just checked it because you weren't sure how big it was, so I used my little doo-doo-doo. 15 by 9 metres. It's a 3 metre high door and very wide because both of these doors slide open evidently. Yep. So very, very practical
Since
workshop.
we were here, we put power on. It had no power. And
excellent.
Just so I can just show you, this is the width of the cable going up to the house, 16 mils, which is the heaviest you can do for that distance.
Brilliant.
So you can run a pretty good welder on that.
Terrific. Okay, and it's single phase across the whole property
yes,
as well?
Is. Yes,
yep.
it is.
And everything's obviously designed to operate perfectly off single phase.
That's right. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
That's great. Let's have a look at this cool room. So Vern, you're a butcher by trade.
Yes.
And you obviously had a lot of land with a lot of sheep and a lot of cows and everything else like that.
Yep.
Okay, terrific.
And we did our own butchering, and we had our little butcher shop set up just behind you.
Fantastic.
With our dead rail here to work on. Cool room is it's got 2 rails. You can get a couple of bodies of beef in there, and quite a few sheep if you wish.
Fantastic. So even on a stinking hot day, working in the shed, just come in here for 5 minutes, get yourself in the zone if you're not butchering.
Come in here with a cold beer, send it to your mates in 40-degree heat.
What a spot. Love it.
There. And the system works very well.
That's excellent.
Runs on 2 degrees, and it cuts in when it gets to about 5. It'll kick back in and bring it back down to 2, and you can run it. It runs pretty good. It's pretty economical, actually.
Yeah, a very effective setup. And you've got a cattle crush out the other side
Cattle
of the shed.
crush is multi-purpose cattle crush, which is an absolute bonus.
Fantastic. Let's have a look at that.
Yep, sure.
Well, Vern, not everyone who is looking at this video is yet a farmer. They're probably wanting to be by this stage, I would hope. Tell us, how does this whole setup work?
Okay, well, these are your stockyards. Cows cannot get out of here, so if you have to worm them, backline them, or do whatever you need to tag them or whatever, you run them through the race. Put them in the back pen, run them through this race, block them off in sections, run them into this race. You can close the doors up so that they're nice and snug. You can operate the side shift so that it brings them in nice and tight. So if you've got small cows, potty cows or calves, you can make it shorter and narrower, and the head goes through the gates there, holds them in there. So you can do whatever you like to them, backline them and tag them or whatever.
So you can really take care of them. Everything's well set up so that they can just start small and then keep on growing as they go.
If you get new cows in, they come in through the cattle ramp, straight through here and out into the yard. Obviously settle them down, worm them before they go anywhere else, and then you can send them down the laneway to the paddocks.
Fantastic. To live a good life in Dale.
To live a very good life, yes.
Fantastic. We won't tell them why we've got the cool room though. So you've got a big tank off the back of the shed.
120,000 litres.
Excellent.
This gravity feeds to all the troughs on this side of the farm.
Okay, so the first ones we looked at, these are fed from here.
That's right. Pumped up to here, I can fill this up, bypass that, and it'll just keep continuing up to the dams on that side of the property. Fantastic. And the other tanks. It gravity feeds back down on a different line to all those troughs on this side of the farm.
Excellent. So well set up.
We've got
Davey
pump for the shed, hot and cold water, gas hot water system under the guard there, and the cool room motor is under the other one, just to keep the sun off them.
Beautiful. So that's all hot and cold running water in the shed.
Yep.
So when you're butchering, you've got everything you need to...
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. And that's gas.
Excellent. So running off LPG.
Yep.
Terrific.
Davey pump at the house and a Davey pump down here.
All right. We'll have a look at the house water supply as we go as well.
Sure. Okay.
Well, we've established as we've been going around the property, water is everything here, and you have all sorts of water. So talk to me about the tanks, talk to me about the setup, feeding to the house and so on.
Okay, after the third dam, we can bypass that one and it'll run straight to this point here. We've got 3 points here. One can run into the house tank.
It's 120,000 litres as well.
120,000 litres to the house. The other valve there, I can divert it into this other 120,000 litre tank. The other valve there will run straight down to our middle dam, which we saw earlier.
Okay.
And that's on a Davey pump, which runs the house.
Excellent. So it's on a pressure pump.
Yep.
All of that's taken care of all of the time.
Exactly.
Excellent. Now, just this tank here that we mentioned before, another 120,000 litres, that is for?
Gravity fed to the tanks on this side of the property.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Okay, so all those troughs, etc., they're all fed from this?
All gravity fed.
Excellent.
Yep. Back up to the house tank as well.
Okay,
if
so you
something
can just
happens,
quickly transfer.
You've got to.
Yep, excellent. And another little veggie patch up here just to add to the usability of this property.
All re-ticked. This is your summer veggie garden, more so.
Fantastic.
Because it's got shelter and it's got a bit of shade and it's all re-ticked.
Beautiful.
Bit overgrown at the moment because I'm leaving.
Yeah. And a chook pen over there as well that I saw before.
Chook pen, yeah.
And the power, just as the final point in terms of how that's all operating. So the power is running from here?
Straight from the main line that runs down between the two properties.
Yes.
To our meter box, straight into the house. And there's a junction just in the ground this side of the house for a safety junction, straight into the house.
Excellent. Are you just self-read for the power?
Yeah, we do. Yes.
Terrific. All right. So it's as easy as that. Fantastic. Well, Vern, the only thing that disappointed me about that whole tour is that we didn't get to do the whole thing in this. But you've said at the end that I can have a turn. So are we all right to go for another drive around?
Go for it.
Fantastic. Let's make some noise.